Seek knowledge even as far as China. This hadith is not merely an expression, but also a reflection of the long-standing relationship between Islam and China. More than 1,300 years ago, Arab and Persian traders sailed to the coasts of China, bringing the teachings of Islam, which were gradually accepted by the local population. Over time, Muslim communities grew, establishing mosques, madrasas, and even Islamic villages that still endure to this day. Amid China's rapid modernization, traces of Islam can still be found in various parts of the country. Several Islamic villages have flourished, serving not only as residential areas, but also as centers of Islamic culture and education. The uniqueness of these villages attracts many tourists from different countries, including those who seek to learn more about Muslim life in China. Najiaying Village in Yunnan Province is one of the largest Muslim villages in China. Upon entering this village, visitors are immediately greeted by the distinctive Islamic atmosphere. A grand mosque stands majestically in the heart of the village, serving as the center of community life. Its architecture is unique, blending traditional Chinese and Islamic elements. The curved roof, characteristic of Chinese structures, is adorned with beautiful Arabic calligraphy, reflecting the harmony between two cultures that have intertwined for centuries. Every day, the call to prayer, adhan, echoes from the mosque, inviting residents to perform congregational prayers. Surrounding the mosque, halal shops line the streets, offering a variety of traditional Muslim foods such as lamian, hand-pulled noodles, grilled lamb, and Uyghur-style flatbread. The men in this village wear white skullcaps, while the women wear hijabs in various soft colors. Their lives are simple, yet filled with peace. The village children study the Quran at the madrasa, while also receiving a modern education in public schools. Religious and secular education go hand in hand, reflecting the balance upheld by Muslims in China. Aside from Najiaying Donglianhua village, or Eastern Lotus, is another significant Muslim community worth visiting. This village has a long history linked to the Silk Road trade. In the past, Muslim merchants from Central Asia settled here, building grand houses with impressive architecture. The houses in Donglanua feature spacious courtyards, intricately carved windows, and large doors that still preserve their traditional design. Each building holds stories of the Muslim traders' past prosperity. The village's residents, mostly Hui Muslims, continue to uphold their Islamic traditions while integrating into the broader Chinese society. They engage in business, agriculture, and participate in China's rapidly growing economic network. Many Chinese people are converting to Islam. In recent years, the number of Chinese people embracing Islam has been steadily increasing. This phenomenon has drawn significant attention, given that China is not a Muslim majority country. Several factors contribute to this growing number of converts, including interest in Islamic values. Islam teaches simplicity, peace, and balance in life. Many Chinese people are drawn to these teachings, especially those seeking spiritual meaning in a fast-paced and materialistic modern world. Interaction with Muslim communities. Many Han Chinese, the country's majority ethnic group, interact with Hui or Uyghur Muslim communities in their daily lives. Seeing how Muslims uphold strong ethical values in their way of life, many become interested in learning more about Islam. Access to information through the internet and social media. In this digital era, information about Islam is more accessible than ever. Many people discover Islam through videos, articles, or interactions on social media. Some of them become curious, study Islam more deeply, and eventually decide to convert. Marriage with Muslims. Some Chinese people convert to Islam after marrying a Muslim partner. In many cases, they go on to study the religion more deeply and choose to remain committed to Islamic teachings. The Chinese Constitution guarantees religious freedom for all its citizens. Islam, along with Buddhism, Taoism, Catholicism, and Protestantism, is one of the 5 officially recognized religions by the government. However, religious life in China also comes with its own challenges. The government has specific policies regulating religious activities, including Islam. Despite this, Muslim communities continue to preserve their traditions in a peaceful and harmonious manner. In major cities like Beijing and Shanghai, there are many mosques that serve as centers of worship and community life. The Najiaying Mosque in Beijing, for example, is one of the oldest mosques in China, dating back to the 10th century. This mosque is not only a place of worship, but also a significant historical and cultural landmark of Islam in China. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Muslim community in China is how they integrate Islamic teachings into local culture. The Hui Muslims, for example, have culinary traditions that blend distinctive Chinese flavors with Islamic halal dietary laws. They also have a unique form of calligraphy, where Arabic script is often written in a style resembling Chinese Han characters. Muslim attire in China also has its own distinctive characteristics. Hui men often wear long robes with simple patterns, while women wear hijabs paired with traditional Chinese clothing. During major Islamic celebrations, such as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, Muslim communities in various villages hold special events, including halal feasts, communal prayers, and Islamic art performances. All of this reflects how Islam can coexist harmoniously with Chinese culture without losing its identity. A journey to the Islamic villages of China is more than just an ordinary trip. It is an immersive experience that offers deeper insight into the history, culture, and lives of Muslims in the land of the Red Dragon. Villages like Najiaying and Donglianhua stand as living proof that Islam has been an integral part of Chinese society for centuries. Islamic traditions continue to thrive, even amid the rapid waves of modernization. On the other hand, the growing number of Chinese people embracing Islam makes the phenomenon of converts an intriguing subject to observe. With greater access to information, increased interaction with Muslim communities, and a deeper search for life's meaning, Islam continues to grow as an integral part of China's spiritual diversity. The existence of these Islamic villages is proof that harmony between religion and culture can flourish beautifully. In China, Islam is not just a religion, but also a living historical heritage that continues to thrive to this day. Islam in the United States has experienced remarkable growth over the past few decades. Although it is not the majority religion, Islam has become the third largest religion in the country after Christianity and Judaism. With the increasing Muslim population, the growth of mosques, and participation in politics and society, Islam is becoming an increasingly significant part of the religious landscape in America. However, this growth is also accompanied by challenges such as prejudice, Islamophobia, and occasionally discriminatory policies. This video will explore the history of Islam in America, its current growth, the contributions of Muslims in various fields, and the challenges they face. The history of Islam in the United States. Islam is not a new religion in the United States. Its presence can be traced back to the colonial era and the transatlantic slave trade in the 17th century. It is estimated that around 10 to 30% of the enslaved Africans brought to America were Muslim. However, over time, many of them were forced to abandon Islam and adopt Christianity as part of cultural assimilation. In the early 20th century, Muslim communities began to grow through immigration from the Middle East, South Asia, and Eastern Europe. One of the key moments in the history of Islam in America was the rise of the Nation of Islam, NOI, in the 1930s, a movement focused on spiritual and social empowerment for the African American community. Prominent figures such as Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali played a major role in introducing Islam to the wider public. The large wave of immigration from Muslim-majority countries following the Immigration Act of 1965 further strengthened the presence of Islam in the United States. Since then, Islam has continued to grow and spread across various segments of society. Muslim population growth in America. Islam is currently the fastest-growing religion in the United States. The Muslim population in the U.S. is estimated to be between 3.3 to 3.45 million people, encompassing various ethnicities and cultural backgrounds. The key factors driving this growth include immigration. Many Muslims come to the U.S. as refugees or workers from countries such as Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Somalia. Religious conversion. Each year, around 25,000 to 30,000 Americans convert to Islam, with approximately 20 to 25% of them being African Americans. High birth rates. Muslim families tend to have higher birth rates compared to the average U.S. population. According to the Pew Research Center, the Muslim population in America is projected to surpass the Jewish population by the mid-21st century, making it the second largest religious community after Christianity. Expansion of mosques and Islamic community centers. As the Muslim population grows, the number of mosques in the United States has also increased significantly. Currently, there are more than 2,700 mosques across the U.S., up from approximately 1,200 mosques in the year 2000. Mosques serve not only as places of worship, but also as centers for education, social activities, and community services. Some of the most well-known mosques in the U.S. include Islamic Center of Washington, D.C., one of the largest and oldest mosques in the U.S. Malcolm Shabazz Mosque in Harlem, New York, a mosque with a long history in African American Islam. Islamic Society of North America, ISNA, in Indiana, the largest Muslim organization in the U.S. In addition to mosques, there are many Islamic schools and cultural centers that provide religious education for young Muslim Americans, ensuring the preservation of Islamic teachings and values for future generations. Muslim participation in politics and society. In recent decades, American Muslims have become increasingly active in politics and government. One of the most historic moments was the election of Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib to the U.S. Congress in 2018, making them the first Muslim women to hold such positions. In addition to them, several other influential Muslim figures in American politics include Keith Ellison, the first Muslim elected to the U.S. Congress, 2006. Andre Carson, another Muslim member of Congress representing Indiana. Sadaf Jaffer, the first Muslim woman to serve as a mayor in the U.S. Beyond politics, Muslims have also made significant contributions in academia, business, science, and entertainment, further integrating into and shaping American society. Challenges faced by Muslims in America. Despite rapid growth, Muslims in the U.S. still face various challenges, including Islamophobia and discrimination. Since the September 11, 2001 attacks, Muslims have often been targets of prejudice and discriminatory policies. Hate crimes against Muslims, including attacks on mosques and workplace discrimination, remain a recurring issue. Government policies. Certain policies have disproportionately affected the Muslim community, such as the travel ban on Muslim-majority countries imposed by the Trump administration. Additionally, some security measures often target Muslims as high-risk groups, reinforcing negative stereotypes. Media representation. The media frequently portrays Muslims in a negative light, often associating them with terrorism or extremism. However, in recent years, there has been a growing presence of positive Muslim representation in films, TV shows, and literature, helping to challenge stereotypes and promote a more accurate understanding of Muslim identity. Muslim contributions to social and cultural life. American Muslims have not only persevered through challenges, but have also made significant contributions across various fields, including science and technology. Dr. Ayub Omaya, a neurosurgeon who invented the Omaya Reservoir, a device used to treat brain cancer. Dr. Mehmet Oz, Dr. Oz, a well-known doctor and TV host famous for promoting health awareness. Arts and entertainment. Dave Chappelle, a legendary comedian who openly discusses his Muslim identity in his work. Rami Youssef, a comedian and actor who won a Golden Globe for his show, Rami, which explores the life of a Muslim American. Sports. Muhammad Ali, a boxing legend who introduced Islam to the world through his activism inside and outside the ring. Ibtihaj Muhammad, the first hijabi Muslim athlete to win an Olympic medal for the U.S. in fencing. Business and economy. Muslim-owned businesses have flourished in various industries, including halal restaurants and food businesses, tech startups led by Muslim entrepreneurs, Islamic fashion brands catering to the growing demand for modest wear. Through their contributions, American Muslims continue to shape and enrich the country's scientific, cultural, and economic landscape. Islam in the United States is experiencing rapid growth, both in terms of population, the number of mosques, and involvement in politics and society. Despite facing challenges such as Islamophobia and discrimination, American Muslims continue to contribute to various fields, including science, arts, sports, and business. With increasing public awareness of religious diversity, Islam in America is expected to continue growing and playing a greater role in building an inclusive and harmonious society.